Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students of Standard 9th, welcome back to the online lecture series of Hera English School for the subject of Science 2. Dear students, in the last lecture we had discussion on Mendel's monohybrid cross, and today we are going to discuss Mendel's dihybrid cross. So on the same scale about monohybrid cross, today we are going to discuss dihybrid cross. So in the dihybrid cross, two pairs of contrasting characteristics are under consideration. Mendel performed more experiments on hybridization in which he considered more than one pair of contrasting characteristics. He brought about a cross between a pea plant producing rounded and yellow color seeds and a pea plant with wrinkled and green color seeds. In this cross, two pairs of contrasting characters were considered: color of seeds and shape of seeds, and it is called dihybrid cross. So, let us see how parental generation take place. Mendel selected pea plants producing rounded yellow seeds and wrinkled green seeds as parent plants, as shown in the chart. Let us see the chart. So this is the chart. Here you can see the parent and the phenotype: rounded yellow seeds, wrinkled green seeds. And the genotype, there are two capital R and two capital Y because they are dominant, and small r, small y for wrinkled green seeds. Now the gametes which are going to be formed, it's going to be single R and single Y, capital, small r, small y, single. Okay, gametes have only one chromosome of each character. Okay. Now the generation which will be formed due to combination of this would be capital R, capital Y, small y. Okay. And the phenotype means the physical appearance would look like rounded yellow seeds. Why? Because all they have single dominant characters chromosome, so they are able to express themselves. Now here you should understand that phenotype of the first generation will be same as parent, but they are not homozygous, they are heterozygous. Now if these are treated as parent, now see, this becomes P2, second parent generation. Okay, now let us see how they are going to cross with each other. Now if you see here, the possible gametes and the possibility increases. You get 4 different possible gametes. Now if this is the male and these are the female, so how you are going to cross them? See here. So you are going to get 16 such possibilities. It's going to be crossing like this. Okay, every time you are going to cross each box with the 4 other box, right? So you will get this series of different combinations of genotype. Okay, now if you cross this pair, okay, like this way, fine, so you are going to get this series of possible genotype, and likewise you can pair this, okay, this as well as this with each of them. So total we'll get such 16 series of combination. How much? 16. Remember this. Okay, so you can see carefully how these are giving us different combinations of genotype. So here this part, use your brain power, this part has got reduced from the syllabus, so there is no need to do. Now let us understand in this paragraph what they want to say. During gamete formation in P1 generation, the pair of gametes separate independently. That is, RR and YY plants, only RY type gametes are formed and not RR and YY. Similarly, In RRYY plants, only RY gametes are formed. Thus, we can say that each pair of genes is represented in the gamete by only one gene from that pair. Okay, I told you about this. So, based on the conclusion from monohybrid cross, Mendel expected that the F2 generation of dihybrid cross plants would produce rounded yellow seeds. He was proved right, though the genotype of these plants was R, small r, capital Y, small y. So as there are dominants, so their phenotype was same as the parent. Their phenotype was like their parents, producing rounded yellow seeds, because yellow color is dominant over green and round shape is dominant over wrinkled. So due to the combination of two different characteristics in the F1 generation of the dihybrid cross, these plants are called dihybrid plants. Now, plants of the F1 generation of dihybrid cross produce four types of gametes: RY, RY, small ry, and small r, small y. Of these gametes, RY, which are capital, and RY, which are small, they are similar to those of P1 generation. F2 generation is formed through the selfing of F1 plants. The pattern of inheritance of characteristics from F1 to F2 is shown in brief in the table given on page number 187, and an activity about its representation in the form of a ratio has been given in a box. The 16 different possible combinations through the union of 4 types of male gametes and 4 types of female gametes are shown in a chessboard like table called as Punnett square or checkerboard on page number 187. Male gametes are shown at the top of the table and female gametes are shown in the left column. Observations based on a study of F2 generation will be according to the table 187. So this is how they are formed. Okay, this is Mendel dihybrid cross. Now there are some genetic disorders also found in human beings. Okay, so these genetic disorders are considered as incurable diseases. Diseases or disorders occurring due to abnormality in chromosomes and mutation in genes are called genetic disorders. Chromosomal abnormalities including either increase or decrease in number and deletion or translocation of any part of the chromosome. Examples like physical disorders like cleft lip, albinism, psychological disorder like sickle cell anemia, hemophilia, etc. So these are those diseases which occur due to genetic disorderness in the human body, and that leads to the diseases which are incurable. So human beings have 46 chromosome or 23 pairs of chromosome. There is a great variation in the size and shape of these chromosomal pairs, and these pairs have been numbered. Out of 23 pairs, 22 pairs are autosomes and 1 pair is of sex chromosomes, also called as allosomes. Chromosomes in women are represented as 44 plus XX and in men as 44 plus XY. So you can see here in the chart. Mendel shown in his experiments as there exist 2 types of genes, dominant and recessive. So if we take into account number of chromosomes in human cells, the sex related types, the types of genes on the chromosomes, dominant and recessive, we can see where genetic disorder originate and how they are inherited. So this is called genotype or the chromosome chart of human. So here you can see there are total 23 pairs of chromosomes, and the last 23rd pair is deciding our gender. Rest all other character they are called as autosomes that decides our physical characteristics. So here we'll stop. Next time we'll discuss more topic of this chapter. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.